Okay, let's do a quick mic check. All right, seems like everything's working properly, which is great. All righty. So hopefully I can finish this painting today. I'm so tired of working on it. I was going to have it done yesterday, but some stuff came up and got in the way. And yeah, that's where things are stuck at right now. So the goal is to finish this painting today. Which is a little challenging, I have to admit, with how high I have it set right now. Um, hmm. Yeah, probably not going to lower it though. It's such a pain to move the camera in the slightest. So I'm going to be doing a lot of this to try and see to see. Alrighty. Anyways, other than that, yeah, everything's all good. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Hi, camera. Trying to get my hair out of my way. I really don't want to get, what's it called? My hair in paint. Best practices would probably be like a bun or something, but yeah. Maybe I should wear a hairnet like those, like the lunch ladies back in the day. All right. So for anyone joining or watching after the fact, little housekeeping beforehand. I have a workshop going on, or starting in June 22nd. It is a 4-week workshop, painting without fear and expressive painting, mostly focused on figurative or portraiture. So if that is something that sounds interesting to you, there's a link in the description. Highly recommend checking it out for more details. Let's see. And also on June 9th, we are doing Portrait Artist of the Year Paint Along, which is an event where I will have references from Portrait Artist of the Year, and me and everyone else can participate, and we're just make pretend that we're on the show. And that's the idea. Without any winners or competition. It's for fun. And honestly, I think you learn a lot. Personally, I learned a lot doing it, so I think it's definitely something worth doing. And if you can't do it with me or don't want to, by all means, still give it a try sometime. Okay, sorry, adjusting the camera a little. There we go. And then today, like I said, the goal is very clearly to finish this painting. There's a few things here and there that I need to change, and then yeah, to fix and modify and so on. But otherwise, it is practically done. It's just those fine details that need to be adjusted. Alrighty. Smash Button says, I gave the 2 cats floral gift to my friend. My friend loved it. Loved it a lot. Oh, that's great. Can't wait to see the next one. I'm super excited. Awesome. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's took me a second. Yeah, I'm working on it. 2 cats Smash Button has commissioned me through Michelle, my partner, who has an online Etsy store called 4-letter word cards, and so I'm doing a commission. It's a digital commission through that, and yeah, I was working on it yesterday quite a bit, so I made quite a bit of progress on it. As far as oil painting commissions go, I'm probably going to be opening up my oil painting commissions soon. Oh shoot, I didn't realize I didn't have any of my read out. But yeah, so, last time you showed up in chat, we had a power outage, so yeah, sorry about that. I felt bad because you showed up. Smash Button showed up in chat for the first time, and then like literally, I think it was 5 minutes after he showed up, the stream ended because of a power outage. We also had a power outage today, early in the day. Hopefully, I think the weather has calmed down a bit, but yeah, it was stormy. It was stormy over here, and we had a power outage this morning. Every time it gets a little windy here, we lose power, unfortunately. So right today, I'm going to be working heavily with the reference because it's all like final detail stuff. So I have to like constantly be looking back and forth between my reference and my painting and so on. So it's going to be a ton of like very small little like, okay, is it, is it here or is it slightly, to one other direction or whatever. Very small changes today. There's Michelle. So while I do all these minute details, I'll try and talk about different aspects of things as it goes on. What type of oil-based paint are you using? It's a mix. Some of them have walnut oil and some are linseed oil. Different brands do different like they use different oil. Mgram mostly uses walnut oil, and personally, I really like it. Oh, I like Mgram's paint. It's softer, but and walnut oil supposedly yellows less. Um, so I think it's overall generally better, but it has its problems. They have yet to find the perfect one. Yeah, I'm actually deep into research mode right now. I'm looking at buying more paint. Um, and because I buy it online for the most part, you buy it in big numbers. So not big numbers, but you buy a big order, relatively speaking. So I'm deep into research mode at the moment. Hey, Don Lee, welcome. Don Lee just showed up in Twitch chat. Hey man, thanks for the shout out today. I appreciate it. Don Lee is a streamer friend of mine who shouted me out on his Discord, which is very nice. And highly recommend checking out his Twitch stream. He's a lot of fun. Uh, just message her on Discord. Yeah, check out Don Leo on Twitch. Just search Don Leo. How you doing, Donley? Good to see you. Yeah, it's amazing. I find it amazing how much my paint like constantly shifts throughout the painting process. I lose so much of the form when I'm painting, and I have to constantly try and get it back. Um, which might mean I'm just very inaccurate. That might be the case. Um, but whatever. Like I've said before, I was never really good at staying at coloring inside the lines, so I guess that's continued. Donnelly says this looks extra dark. You know, it is pretty dark. Do you think it got darker than last time you saw it? If so, I probably just need to change the exposure in the camera. Because yeah, I don't think it. Well, I mean, um, let's see. Some of it got extra dark, like the hair got added in, but yeah. If it looks darker than it did before, it probably is just an exposure issue, in which case I can crank up the exposure a little. Paint a clicker from the Last of Us game? Oh, took me a second. Um, actually, I never played The Last of Us, the game. I did watch the show though. I did watch the show, so it took me a second. Um, I probably won't be painting a clicker, but I might be doing some what's it called? I might be doing some like fan art type of stuff relatively soon. It's been forever since I've done anything like that. So I might actually be doing that at some point. But I'll be honest, I'll probably try and make it what's it called? I'll try and find something I love that I have a genuine like connection to, and that's also in the mainstream at the moment. Like that's probably going to be how I go about it. Sometimes you got to be a little practical. Yes, Michelle keeps telling me to paint Taylor Swift. Okay, Donley, thanks. I appreciate the input. I'm not really a fan of Taylor Swift, so I feel like doing a painting of Taylor Swift would just come off as disingenuous, you know? That's really what it boils down to. I don't like really dislike Taylor Swift. I'm not, just not a fan. Maybe I should do a painting of a Sleep Token or Tool because I am a fan of them. But no, I was thinking more like Deadpool and Wolverine type of stuff. That was, I'll be honest, that was more what I was thinking. Oh, that would be pretty cool too. What would be pretty cool too? The delay is so bad that I'm not sure what you're referring to. It'd be pretty cool if I painted Sleep Token or Tool or etc. Yeah. Only says I agree. Artists making art of things that they don't have a feeling for isn't great to me. Yeah, especially like if it's a commission, that's different because then you're the person, at least the person who is commissioning it has that connection. So, there's something genuine there that you're trying to kind of tap into, right? But when it comes to just like, I'm just going to do some fan art of something and it's like not something I'm super into, mm, that's a little different. Well, I paint Dresden and then Wizard. I was actually planning on doing a painting of Dresden. I'm not sure I'll do it on stream though. Uh, not sure about that one. But I am planning on doing a painting of Dresden. Yeah, I can do a painting of Wizard too, depending on how it goes. I should do a painting of Dresden running amok on the stage with Tool. Uh, I can paint Dresden playing with Maynard's mohawk. Yes, Michelle, I thank you very much. I appreciate letting everyone know that I'm teaching a class. I'm teaching a class in June, not November, geez, June 22nd. Yeah, I did mention it at the beginning of the stream for the record, but yes, I need to mention it a few times because you never know when people are gonna stop by. Smash Button says there's many ideas in my head is what the head to say, what to paint. Days Gone, Mass Effects, God of War, Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory, album cover, etc. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so much good stuff to paint. It's one of those things where it's like once you start diving into it, it's an endless sea of things. Although with one exception, well, not one exception, many exceptions, but one that you mentioned, I will not paint. I will not give Linkin Park anything. I used to love Linkin Park, and I still like their music, but I'm kind of annoyed with them. So because of all the AI stuff that they've been doing and their attitude towards artists, um, yeah, kind of mad at them. I've never played God of War. I will be that. I will be. I've I've wanted to. I've heard good things about it. I've never played God of War. It used to be Sony PlayStation exclusive, and I didn't have it. Yeah, I love Linkin Park, but I'm really frustrated with their attitude towards AI. So I should share more about uh, what you talk about with Linkin Park and why you don't want to support them. Okay. Yeah. Like what are they doing with AI and why is it an issue? So the issue is they made a music video using AI to turn their footage into like anime characters type of thing. But the thing is they used AI to do it. The problem is that all the AI, all literally like all the current AI, what's called AI, generative AI, it's trained on other people's stuff. It's trained on artists and basically you know, everybody's stuff. And so, uh, even if they, even if they were using their own footage, the program is still only works because it was trained on artists' work. But they didn't want to pay artists, so they just used the AI to do it. And they can afford to pay artists, they're artists themselves. And AI is just it's very exploitative. It just takes from everybody, and it doesn't really give back anything. And it doesn't generate anything new. It's all like it's just a very complex remix system and link system that like links between different images, aspects of images, and so on. Yeah, it really sucks, and it's unfortunate. And the thing is, the thing that pissed me off was that they pushed back when they got heat for using AI. They pushed back on it, and it's like I hate the fact that no one can ever admit that they did something wrong or made a mistake. Yeah. Smash Button says there is a soundtrack of them singing a cover of somebody that I used to know made by AI. Yeah. I mean, AI voice stuff has gotten really good. They can replicate people really well. It's actually kind of creepy because people are already using it in scams and stuff like that. Because, of course they will. Um, yeah, voice actors are really getting hit hard. Illustrators and artists are as well. Um, and only now that it's getting into the music industry and that it's getting into the like actors and affecting politicians, only now are they starting to take it seriously, even though people have been shouting about it for a year, 2 years plus at this point. Anyways, it's kind of frustrating. And like I said, when it comes to musicians and voice actors and people like that, like it's actually really good at that stuff, especially voice actors and changing and musicians as far as like changing the sound of their voice and stuff like that. It's also really good at that. But Linkin Park's they're so big they don't need to worry about it. But just because they don't need to worry about it doesn't mean that nobody needs to worry about it. But it it's frustrating. What's her name? There's a rapper who um, was doing promotional stuff for her album, and all the promotional material was all AI generated images. And it was so frustrating because she was just like, digging her heels in about it and not willing to like understand why people are upset about it, why artists are upset about it. But yeah. Don Lee is saying, yeah, the whole AI voice thing with Scarlett Johansson and OpenAI thing is a great example. Yeah. OpenAI basically wanted to use Scarlett Johansson's voice because she did the voice of for her, the movie, and she turned them down. So they got a voice actress that sounds like her to take her place. Now that in that instance, they claim they hired a voice actress and it just happens to sound like Scarlett Johansson. It gets a little complicated because, at what point, like, okay, if they actually hired someone, sure. But if they edited her voice in any way, or if they hired her because she sounded like Scarlett Johansson, it starts getting, um, weird. And also, Scarlett Johansson is famous for playing that role. If she hadn't played that role, it would be a different story. But she did, and it's so close together that it's hard to ignore. But yeah, voice actors are really I feel bad for them because it's like I mean it's bad for artists as well, but voice actors, oh my God, they basically can take all the recordings of them and then just replace them with a computer with their own voice, right? Like the thought that they can replace these actors but it still sounds just like them is so creepy. A few years ago, there were two computers that talked to each other, and scientists could not decipher the language. Uh, that they should shut the computers off. Skynet is coming. Here's the thing. I get where you're coming from, but like I don't think not only do I not think so, these all these AI stuff, it's all marketing. That's all it is. It's a marketing term. There's no intelligence. They're not, they like to promote that like general AI is on its way and it's almost here, but none of these products have anything to do with uh, general AI. They're not close to it. They're not like these programs don't have anything to do with it. And so it's all just marketing. That's all this is. But yeah, the Skynet thing is pretty funny. I will say this, the longer that the AI stuff is out and popular and everything, the less worried I am about it. I know people are losing their jobs from it. I know it's a whole thing. I know it's really unfortunate and it's going to continue for quite a while. But I feel like it's actually just going to like peter out and get worse, not better. Um, yeah, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but it seems like that's where it's heading. Donley says, when you say general AI, is that AI that could be applied to anything as opposed to a specific purpose AI, like image, voice, or music creation? No, general AI, there's a term for it. I just can't remember the correct term for it. But basically, it's like the idea is just an AI that is, uh, for all intents and purposes, like actually an intelligence, like true artificial intelligence, like sci-fi movie type of thing. Smash Button says Nvidia's stock prices increased too much because of the AI, because of their AI investments. Oh yeah, a lot of people's yeah. I mean, a lot of people are going to make a ton of money off of this and I mean, but I think eventually this is going to be like, I'm not saying it's going away, but I don't think it's going to be as people are, it's going to hit a wall real hard. Donnelly says, so we're talking like Hal from, yeah, yeah, exactly. Like true like an actual intelligence. That's what they refer to when they use that term. I might be messing up the term, but that's the idea. So yeah, exactly. Hal. Exactly. It's like, you know, real artificial intelligence. But the companies that are making these AI things right now, all the open AI, they're not working towards that. They never were, right? Like they're not doing research on that. That's not their area of expertise. It's not what they do. It's just a marketing term. It really is. It's so sad. Mm. But yeah, Smash Bros. Silicon Valley on HBO is one of my favorite shows. Super funny and smart, and they talk about AI on the show. It's so good. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, there's already research that's starting to come out that's saying that a lot of the AI stuff is already starting to hit a wall, um, because the idea being that you're supposed to, um, as you feed it more and more information, right? Supposedly it's supposed to get smarter and smarter, but they're getting to a point where they are A, running out of information to feed it, and B, um, it's not really like improving much regardless of the increase in amount that they're giving it, which is interesting. Mike Judge of King of the Hill made Silicon Valley. Okay, very cool. I like Mike Judge. Actually, I actually put in a King of the Hill reference into one of the shows I'm on. Um, like I snuck it in. I don't know that it got through though, because things as things go through the process, they get there's a ton of different edits and changes and so on. But yeah, but I tried. At least I can say I tried. I'm actually working with some people who worked on the Beavis and Butthead movie and the original Beavis and Butthead show right now, which is, I think, pretty cool. I'm also working with some people who worked on like The Simpsons and Futurama and all these really cool shows. So a lot of the people I'm working on have been around. I'm working with have been around for a long time and have really cool work histories. A lot of really fun stories too. Don Lee says he's going to rewatch Idiocracy when it gets closer to the election. Yeah, yeah. Did Mike Judge make Idiocracy? Did I? Is that the connection that? Because I don't remember who made Idiocracy. It's been a while. He did. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that was a good movie. Sort of like one of those movies. It's like it's good, but at the same time, like I wish it wasn't good because it's good because of how true it feels. You know. He also made Office Space. No way. I didn't even realize that. I love Yeah, I love Office Space. That's funny. Yeah, I'm a fan of Office Space. Dude is a genius. Yeah. Smash Button says Idiocracy too. Yeah, yeah. That's what Don Lee was saying. I didn't realize that. Yeah, Don Lee. That's what they were talking about. They were saying that he worked on Silicon Valley. That's how we got around to him. For anyone confused, I have two chats running at the same time. That's why there's some there's some crossover, like talking people talking. Yeah, like they were in the process of bringing King of the Hill back. They were recording for a new version. I think it's on hold at the moment. Yeah. They were. I don't know what ended up happening with that. I'll be honest. I um I lost track of that. I don't remember. But yeah, I know they were in the process of bringing King of the Hill back. Hey, maybe it would be cool if they did have it on hold temporarily. Uh, I would I would try to get on that show. Absolutely. Voice of Dale passed away. RIP. Yeah, that sucks. Thank you, Don Lee. I appreciate that. Don Lee's been super great and supportive. He just was posting about my class and this in the chat, and then also he shared my stream on his Discord. I really appreciate it, Don Lee. Thank you. Hey, Lychee, welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing good, Lychee. How are you doing? Okay, guys, I appreciate everyone trying to promote the class. There's not that many people watching at the moment, so I'm not going to push it, but thank you. I do appreciate it. I'll mention it again before the end of the stream, but there's just right now there's not that many viewers, so I feel like it's a bit on the redundant side. Yes, Donley posted in both of the chats, which I appreciate too. Thank you, Leechy. I appreciate that. There you go, Donley. Yeah, start threatening people. I love it. Hey, Des, good to see you. Yeah, a few people are Des, so it's all good. I know that weekday streams are often on the slower side. I will mention this on the 9th, we're doing Portrait Artist of the Year paint along, which is a lot of fun. So anybody who likes Portrait Artist of the Year and wants to do a paint along and pretend like you're on the show, although without the pressure of actually having to, you know, be on the show, come join on uh, June 9th. We're doing join the Discord because I'll have links and stuff for it before on the Discord. But yeah. It just says, "Ooh, I've never been on that show before. That sounds terrifying." Yeah, the stream's less terrifying. It's a lot more fun. I'm the only one who's actually on the spot, and if you wanna, you wanna participate, it's all for fun, but it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. I'm hoping that the people from Portrait Artists of the Year see it and are like, "Oh, we should do a version in America and have this guy on." That's what I'm hoping. Not really, because I mean, I would love that, but I'm not actually hoping that's going to happen because that would be ludicrous. Please, yeah, please have me on the show, please. I would love to be on the show. I'm crazy enough if they would be like, "Hey, you can be on the show, but only if you live in England or, one of the countries." I'd be like, "All right, cool. I'll move." Des says you've been working on this portrait for about 147 hours. That might be slightly under counting the hours. But yes, I'm sure I can do a portrait in 4 hours. Yes. We already know someone living in England? Yeah, in London? Yeah, absolutely. We do. We have friends there. I will move there for the show if they want me. Just saying, offers on the table. Portrait Sky Arts, your move now. But yes, this painting is taken forever. And it's frustrating because sometimes paintings take forever. But yes, I can do a portrait in 4 hours. And I will prove it on the 9th. So come watch and participate. I think part of the problem with this portrait, well, there's a few problems with this portrait and why it took so long. Um, a lot of it boils down to the fact that I can't see what I'm painting sometimes, which, or what I'm looking at, which makes it hard sometimes. Just saying, sometimes not being able to see what you're painting or your reference makes the whole painting process a little harder. Um, I know that's an excuse, but it's true. I literally can't see what I'm doing sometimes. There are ways around it, and I did not do any of them properly is why it's an excuse. It's a good reason, but it's an excuse because realistically I should have done certain things to mitigate this. And I could have, but I didn't because I didn't think it would be a problem. And I was wrong. Also, I took a break in the middle and I hate taking like that's another issue, but it's a side issue, but I do hate taking large breaks on paintings and then coming back to them. Yeah. And I have like 7 paintings that I need to go back to that are all I've taken large breaks on. So, yeah, unfortunately, I have a lot of those. There is one painting that I took such a large break on, I'm not sure I'll ever go back to it. So we'll see. Those ones exist too. That won't be the first one or the last one, but it is something I try to avoid. I try to really finish all the paintings I start or decide not to finish them, right? Like it's okay to make a decision to not finish them, but it's different when it's just like I didn't finish it because like I got busy and then I just was like, whatever. I don't feel like it. It's kind of different. That feels different to me. Yeah, I really do need to see about like taking a weekend or a week or something like that and just like trying to, blast through a bunch of paintings that are like some of them are like 90% done, maybe 80, and I just need to go in and like finish them. On a side note, kind of separate. I mean, it's still painting related, but separate. Um, I was, I'm out of, I'm on, well, I'm on my last tube of titanium white. So I was like, okay, it's time to start, it's time to buy some more paint. I buy it online because I still have gift card money and only applies to online. So I'm buying paint online, which means I try to do like a bigger order so I don't have, so it's like one thing of shipping, you get where I'm coming from, I think. Anyways, all that to say, I'm looking at all kinds of different, you know, different products and stuff. I'm buying those interference colors. I'm so excited about them. I never thought I'd be excited about shiny paint. But yeah, I'm really excited about the interference colors. Um, I'm getting distracted. But having said that, the reason I'm mentioning it is I'm looking at um, possibly changing up my primary yellow. So um, we'll see. I'm looking at different yellows, possibly, whatever I get, I'll experiment with it before I'd make any decisions, of course. But yeah, I'm looking at changing up my primary yellow. Now, as a like total paint nerd, this is real exciting for me. For everyone else, it's probably not exciting, but yeah, for me it is. But yeah, I was looking at different paints, trying to figure out what to buy. I wish they offered samples. I really wish you could buy paint samples. It kills me that you can't buy like sample tubes or anything like that. You just have to like, you know, buy the whole frickin' thing. I hate that so much. But yeah, I was looking at Indian yellow, which I really don't know why it's called that, but whatever. I don't decide the uh, names on the tubes. It says a lot of the spices used in Indian cuisine are yellow. True. I don't know. Could be. You never know. A lot of paints back in the day were very what's it called? The naming was very straightforward. Like, you know, they're the name of the material that they're made out of, or whatever. Like, what's it called? Uh, Mummy Brown was actually made of mummies, stuff like that. And you're just like, okay. So like zero imagination into the naming schemes here. Got it. Just straight up whatever it is, that's what it is. But you know what? I actually like that. Makes it very simple. You love the spicy. Michelle does not love the spicy. I like it to a degree. I'll be honest. I love Indian food. I love this. I love the flavor. But it can get too spicy for me. But yeah, I was looking at Indian yellow, and there's like another couple of yellows that are similar. And they all share, the thing that they share is that they're like darker yellows. And then, but they're what's it called? They're transparent. So when you mix in light, white, they become opaque, and then they lighten up, but they don't lose their color right away because they're transparent. So we'll see. I'll definitely let you all know once if I switch. Supposedly, the myth is, and I don't know how true it is because you hear it being said as true, but it doesn't mean anything. Um, Indian yellow supposedly originally was made, and it's not today, but originally was made from uh, cow urine that was, you know, I guess evaporated and then turned into a paint. Like I said, I don't know how true that is. Regardless, that's not how it's made today. So I've talked about this before. A lot of times with hair, I actually paint in the perpendicular to the direction it's going. However, I do find that for a lot of the like final like little touches of you know, of the paint and the strands and everything, a lot of times going with the direction is, I want to say better, but sometimes it's good. Just depends. Have I ever used Bob Ross's paint for your work? I have not, and I will never buy uh, Bob Ross brand paint after seeing that documentary. At least until his son is, brought in as a bigger part of the company. I don't know if you saw that documentary about him, but yeah, that was messed up. I really like Bob Ross. I don't love his paintings, I'll be honest. His paintings aren't for me, but I really like Bob Ross. He seemed like a really cool person. No one's perfect. Clearly, he was not a perfect person, but you know, still seem still seems like a cool person. Just checked out the terms and conditions of entering Portrait Artist of the Year. At least in the last year competition, you need to have been a resident in UK, whatever, Falkland Islands, whatever, for at least 1 year. I'm sure they can bend the rules. You know, actually, I'm not just like, I'm sure they can do it. I know they can bend the rules. I'm not going to tell you how or any more details, but trust me, I know this. All right, backstretch. Ah. Des says they have people on there from all over the place. Yeah, they do. Also, they make exceptions, or the, or they'll just say they'll change the narrative, uh, because there's a huge delay from when they film it to when it's done and so on. So yeah. That says, I would just like to be able to watch the current season. My VPN is failing me. You have to have Sky Arts, like, and you can only have Sky Arts um, if you actually pay for TV in the UK, something like that. Like it, even a VPN won't get around it very easily. Don Lee says, "Don't know, just posted what they said on their website." No, I know. Yes, that applies to most people. That applies to 90% of them or 99. But if they want someone on the show, they'll be on the show. If they agree to it, of course, you know. I'm just saying. Like I'm just telling you because I've talked to some artist or artists um, that were approached from the producers of the show to be on it, and they are not UK artists, you know. But I'm not going to give any more away. The good thing is, I was just at what's it called, Portrait Society, and I talked to so many artists, so it could be anybody at this point. Alrighty. So the halo right now, I can't really see. I can see there's some bit of halo right now happening. I'm gonna have to that I might have to fix off stream because I'm looking and all I see is reflection right now, like the lights reflecting. Yeah, so it's really hard to fix it. For anyone who doesn't know, the halo thing I'm referring to is what happens when you like paint around something. And even if you match the color to the like background color, you can still see the strokes that go around it, and it looks like a halo or a glow or like a just something around it, you know, that you don't really want it to be there. You have to be careful with around uh basically around any object that you're paint and cut back into. But it happens a lot with people and hair and stuff like that. What's happening right now is that um, because of where my light is and the height of the painting, everything that's about here, but everything that's here and up um, has so much reflection that I have a hard time seeing what I like the color because it's all just like white to me. Usually my paintings are situated slightly lower. Um, but because I'm working on this really tall painting, uh, I had to like resituate my board. So yeah, it's not, this isn't common for my setup, but yeah, I'm running into this problem right now. Really got to get those eyes in there. All right, am I too close to the camera right now? I can turn off my face cam if it's uncomfortable. I'm just trying to get this detail in here. Don Lee, no. We don't see that many nose hairs. Thanks, Michelle. Would you like me to stick the camera right up there? Yeah, stick the camera up here in your nose, please. Yeah, no, thank you. I just asked what you wanted. I didn't say I'd do it. Oh, now you stop listening? Yeah. You're the one who always tells me I'm bad at listening and following directions because I won't just do whatever you tell me to do. You tell him, Michelle. And good luck with that. I come from a very, very stubborn family. But if any of my family members are watching, not you, it's the other ones, you know. They know who I'm talking about. Don't out anybody. Did the video freeze? I don't know. Did it freeze? Maybe I was just doing something off camera. It looks like you. Oh, okay. It's all good now? Okay. This part is so subtle. I suspect that like, it's one of these things where it's like I'm painting this, but I think only people who see this painting in person will really get to appreciate some of this stuff. Although I will say this, I have been looking at the interference paints, and I realize as I was looking at them that if I do use them, it's going to be one of those things where, yeah, you might be able to kind of get an idea online of what the paint of what it looks like, but the only way you're ever really going to be able to appreciate those colors is if you see them in person. Because yeah, those shiny, like reflective colors, yeah, you can't just can't reproduce them the same way. It's practically impossible. And the thing is, you can't even like use holographic stuff for it because um, interference paint works slightly differently than holographic stuff does technically. So I don't know if you can reproduce it in any way, I'll be honest. I'm not sure. Which is kind of cool though, if you think about it, with all with all the digital stuff and everything out there, it's kind of cool that you can have something that, you can make something that they can't no one can reproduce it, to make copies kind of thing. Like, I mean, obviously someone could make a forgery, but I'm talking like no one can, can make a copy. You literally can be the only one who owns it. Like one person can own it and that's it. Which also sucks because I kind of like the idea of reproductions, because I do like art to be available for everybody because I feel like in a lot of ways art should be available for everybody. So I realize that I'm kind of flip-flopping here, but it's just, you know, it's cool. And then there's also the other side of me. It's like, nah, I like reproductions too. But yeah, I think I think the AI stuff has made me lean more heavily towards the like one of a kind aspect of certain art. That's one of the things I like about Impasto too. Say what you will, the reproductions of Impasto just are not the same as the original. So, but yeah, I don't know. It, it's difficult because I do, you know, feel like as artists, we make art, you know, of course, to express ourselves for ourselves in lots of ways, but also for others, right? Like we want others to see this. And so making things that only one person can enjoy is kind of counter to like my I don't know what exactly I'm going to, to how I feel about art in general. Like I want everyone to enjoy it. But the AI stuff really ruins that for everybody. So I messed up the nose a little because I couldn't paint inside the line properly. All right, this is getting really close to finish now. Okay, that eye is slightly the what's it called? Not not the iris. What's the part of the eye that's like the that has the color? The color part is the iris. The black part is the pupil. Okay, the iris. That I made the iris too large, just slightly. And thank you. Okay. All right. I don't like doing this on stream, but I also just want to finish this painting, so I'm doing this on stream. I realize it's harder to see now on stream. I will fix that a little bit. Oh, wait. Nope, that is the wrong thing. Why is it like this? Uh, Yeah, it's all messed up for a second. Hold on. All right, there you go. You get a bit of a zoom in right now. Wait, make it slightly smaller. Is this the best angle? No, it's not. I'm sorry. Here, I'll lighten it a bit. And there. Now, the reason I don't tilt the camera and everything is because I use distortion to get the image in place. And if I tilt it, that distortion will make everything all messed up. And it becomes a big issue. And now, for some reason, there we go. Nope. No, sorry. There we go. Okay. I don't need to lighten it. Well, I already did, so. Should I darken it back? It's fine at the moment. Okay. The problem was I couldn't see this part of the painting at all. Like I literally, it just looked white to me. The best way to avoid the halo problem is to like basically cut into what you're painting and then paint back out, but it is extra work. I'm almost out of this tube of paint. Really do need to order more paint. It's literally like almost nothing left. So Don Lee, when's your next stream? Alrighty. Let's see. Final thing. There we go. Cool. So it does only 148 hours. Yeah, this one was a tough one. And there's still, like, I could still spend more time on it, but whatever. It's completed. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yep. I'm calling it done. You never know. I might go in and do like a final touch on it before I like varnish it, you know, or something. But yeah, basically it's done. The never-ending painting is ended. Don't know why it's doing that, but let's see. Why is this doing that? What is happening with my zoom ins? I had it set up and now they're all messed up. Where'd it go? What the hell is happening? I don't know what's going on. You almost always do a little more off stream before posting. Yeah. I broke it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's weird. Like the idea was just to make the zoom ins are just, you know, a digital zoom in. I don't understand why it's, you know, why it's giving me such a hard time. It's like literally taking this and just doing this. Oh, hold on. Not that. Yeah, it's like taking this and then just doing this. Only it was set up in advance. So here you go. You can get a bit of a zoom in this way. Computer getting attitude seriously. Well, yeah, there we go. And no worries, Des. Uh, I assume you were just busy. I assume a lot of times people are just like painting or doing other things while if they're here and hanging out. But yeah, that was a tough one. A lot of challenging aspects to it. I definitely think I have an easier time um, painting in higher keys than I do in lower keys. Like painting dark paintings is a lot harder for me, I think, than painting light paintings. Like yeah, I mean, I have some paintings that are, it's like if white is 10, or let's say one is white, I guess, yeah. Uh, it's like one and two and a half. It's like, or yeah, it's like there's almost nothing to it, but those are easier than this. The dark, yeah, I have a harder time with. But yeah, it's good. It's always good to challenge yourself, so I'm happy I did. Um, Overall, I think it came out pretty nice. This one's definitely going to be one of those paintings that looks better varnished. I mean, I think all paintings look better varnished, but like it needs it because a lot of the like, you know, a lot of the light, a lot of the darks need the varnish to, because they sink a little bit. Generally, my paints don't sink, but when it's everything's this dark, even my paints are sinking a little bit. So, but yeah. Alrighty. And I am going to call it a night. It's also later than I planned, but yeah. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Uh, I do have a, what's it called? I am teaching a workshop. If anyone's interested, go to my website, liad.com. It starts June 22nd. June 9th, we're doing Portrait Artist of the Year paint along. Join the Discord for more information on that and links and everything. But yeah, that's about it. Have a good night. Have a good night, Des. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I will be back on Thursday. So I stream Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Sunday afternoon. So that's the plan. All right, everybody. Have a good night.